Hi, Madeline Lowry, Certified MAP Method Practitioner. I wanted to give you an overview of the MAP for COVID program. This is a program that's designed for lingering effects of COVID infection. It is designed to work with the mind to improve the immune function. However, it is also generally useful for other kinds of chronic long-term infection like Lyme disease or like Epstein-Barr, any other bacterial, viral, or fungal infection. In this program, as you will see, we are going to be working with the mind to resolve conscious and subconscious sources of stress that have been keeping us in a stress response. You may have heard this being referred to as a sympathetic dominant state by your functional medicine practitioner. In this program, we are going to work with the mind to shift from a stress response to the parasympathetic response, or what we call the rest, digest, and heal state of the autonomic nervous system. In this state, all restorative functions of the body come back online, and the immune system becomes more efficient and less dysregulated, as you will learn in this program. So let's take a look at the program. Right? So it is organized into sections. There is a welcome section, which includes concepts, right? I explain a lot about the basic principles, how we can work with the mind to improve immune function, to improve recovery from chronic infections. We talk about frequently asked questions about the MAP method for people who are new to the MAP method. There's a discussion of who benefits or does not benefit from MAP sessions, how to get started, and so forth. So these various lessons, the first section is basically about learning about the program and the MAP method. Those are available to you in the preview of the program. So if you decide to preview the program, you will get most of those lessons. Then we have a section called Introduction to MAP. This is the bundle, right? So we are bundling in the Introduction to MAP program. This is the first step for anyone new to the MAP method. Anyone who has not experienced a MAP session before needs to be initiated to the method, and it's a very simple process that requires two things. One is that you watch a preparatory video. It's a 15-minute video that talks about memories and how they help to shape the personality. And then you do your first MAP session. There are a few preparatory steps at the beginning of that session that just help to prime your subconscious mind so that it becomes receptive to the instructions that we use in the sessions. So this is an essential first step. If you skip this step, if you have not done a MAP session before, and you try to work with the program sessions, you will find that they will not be very effective because your subconscious mind needs the introduction step first. Okay. So the program itself is organized into 4 weeks. We work with the emotions first, emotions around emotions, stress, anxiety, worry, fear, guilt, self-blame, or anything else that we are feeling around our illness, our diagnosis, our prognosis, our prospects for recovery, or anything else happening in our life at the same time, right? So week 1 is really about getting those emotions settled so that we can feel more peaceful. That sets the stage to start to alleviate the stress response, start to get the immune system back online. Week 2, we work with habitual negative thoughts, or what we call beliefs. A belief is simply a thought that we have frequently that we no longer question, right? We believe it to be true. And here we will be working with beliefs again about the illness, about our ability to recover, about our health, and so forth. These are probably limiting beliefs, and we want to replace them with something better. Again, trying to alleviate the stress response that comes from negative thoughts and the perception that our limbic brain has. The limbic brain is the danger sensing part of the brain. The perception that the limbic brain has about, how safe or unsafe we are. If it feels that we're unsafe, it's going to put us in the stress response. The stress response is all about gearing up to run away from an emergency. But of course, it has not evolved to the point where it's really in sync with our modern lifestyle. And even concerns or worries about our health are read by the limbic brain as a sign of danger. So you can see that in each of these weeks, there's kind of an overview of the week. There's instructions about how to do the session itself, which you will do at least 3 times during the week, and then other resources and supportive practices, a little bit of information about how the MAP method works, and then an assessment to determine whether you are ready to move to the next week. So each week is organized the same way, and the program has been laid out in a very particular way, right? We want to complete all of week 1 activities before we move to week 2, and complete week 2 before we move on to week 3, and so forth. Each section must be completed before you endeavor to work on the next section. I hope that's clear. You have access to the program for far longer than 4 weeks. So feel free to do repeated rounds of the program if you would like. This is a self-paced program. You can work faster or slower as you wish. If you do not have time to do 3 sessions a week, a session takes about 45 minutes to an hour, that's okay. You can work more slowly as long as you do the activities in order. All right. Now, as I mentioned, the preview will allow you to get most of the goodness of the welcome section. Will help you to understand more about the MAP method, whether it's appropriate for you, how the program works, why it works. And then you will also have a few of the lessons here in the introduction to MAP section. So I hope that you do take advantage of the preview or the trial of the program so that you can at least familiarize yourself with those concepts and learn, whether this is something you would like to engage with. All right. I hope that was helpful, and I hope that you give the program a try. Thanks for listening.